Hey guys, good afternoon. I'm like, what time is it? Well, depends on where you are. Perhaps it's good evening, perhaps it's good morning where you are. But where I am, it's a good afternoon, and I'm super excited to be on today to talk about financial mindset. It is my passion and the thing that I love more than anything in the world. My name is Beth Griffith. I am a financial mindset coach, and I take a very brain-based approach to financial mindset. There's a lot of people out there who, they'll talk to you about it, and they make it so that you put the control outside of yourself, right? A lot of people will talk to you about the universal view, and there's a time and there's a space for that. However, understanding that all of the control is actually inside of you is the most important thing that you can do. So when you start to recognize that hey Chris, how's it going? Hi Beth, hey Teresa, hey, is it Elke? Elke? Can you just phonetically spell that out for me? I want to make sure I pronounce it right. Elka? And then Margaret, hey, how is everybody doing? So I want to be really clear. I have in the title here the first and last thing that you need to change if you're going to improve your financial mindset. This is not just like this is the one thing you need to change, guys. There's like a lot of things you need to change if you want to change financial mindset. This is the first thing that you would change, and you would do all these other things. And then it says then you would do it again, right? Okay. And so I am not out here purporting that there is just one quick trick, one simple way, one easy thing that you can do to completely change your financial mindset. It is a journey. It is something that you have to actually work at, something you have to actually change and do multiple things and continue. Elka, ooh, I love that. That's beautiful. Oh, I love it. Hey, Jackie, how are you? So I want you guys to recognize I'm not saying that this is like the one quick trick, right? So, hey, Nicole, how are you? So, hi, Daniel. The one thing that you have to do first, and then a bunch of little things in the middle, and then the one thing you have to do last. This is what bookends your financial mindset experience, which is going to be a lifelong experience, guys. You're going to have to repeat this particular step repeatedly. But that you're going to, I know I didn't get it posted, please don't hate me. Anyway, these are the bookends to when you're focusing on your financial mindset. If you bookend it with this particular evaluation, this particular practice, you're going to actually set yourself up to continue to move forward, to continue to create the change that you want to change. So what is that one thing that you're going to have to bookend your financial mindset experience with? It is the environment. The environment that you put yourself in, when you look around your home, if it's physically in a place of disarray, if it's in a place of you're hoarding things, you have way more things than you actually need, it gets so overwhelming. And physically that overwhelms you, it suppresses you, it hurts your mindset, and it makes it so that you're not able to create in the bank what's happening, because what's happening in your bank account is a reflection of what's happening in the other areas of your life. So start to look around yourself physically. What is happening around you physically that does not reflect the actual mindset that you need? Hey, Kiana, how are you? Hey, Brian. Hey, Karen, how are you guys all doing? So glad you're all on here. And then the next thing that's really important is mentally. Okay, so these first 5 things that we're going to talk about, they are actually from the book and brand, Birthing from Within. They've just been beautiful, and they've still sustained me, even though I'm not teaching birth classes anymore. They've been really wonderful for looking at all of the different areas of my life, and that's what any philosophy should do, right? So mentally, when you go and you look mentally at what's the environment that you're setting up for yourself, are you doing things that are mentally setting you up for bigger and better success? Are you listening to, are you sitting there like watching, things that actually drain your brain, make you sad, make you be, like I said, depressed, suppressed, pushed down? If you're actually putting those things into your brain, you're not going to start creating that financial mindset outside of you. Emotionally, okay? So if you are emotionally keeping yourself in a place of fear, watching lots of, this is going to be kind of bold, watching lots of horror movies, if you are doing things like listening to really intense music that makes you feel rage and, these emotions that you don't want to be feeling, when it comes to your finances, you need to start to recognize that you are creating a cocktail of hormones for your brain that says, hey, this is the state we want to stay in. And so if you are on a repeated, continuing basis for it's okay, like, go watch a scary movie every once in a while if you want to, right? But if you're doing this on a consistent, like, daily basis, you're setting up your brain to thrive on cortisol and adrenaline. And so your brain is going to create scenarios where cortisol and adrenaline are showing up. And guess what kinds of scenarios cortisol and adrenaline are really useful for? When you're in financial stress. Okay, it's particularly useful for that. So start to look at what are the things that I'm putting into myself emotionally and creating a cocktail of hormones for my brain with that make it so that I am not actually able to break out of this, cycle. What is the cycle that I'm creating hormonally? All right, and those emotions. Your thoughts and your emotions, they say those things aren't real, right? If you can learn to actually control those things, you're going to be able to control your life. So physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, okay? So going and I have no doubt, you guys are all smart people. You've heard this by now. You are the product, you are the sum total of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Are you being really selective with those people? Or are you surrounding yourself with people who drain you? Are you surrounding yourself with people who complain about being broke all the time? Are you surrounding yourself with people who they don't actually invest, they just pay money, right? There's a huge, huge difference there between paying money and investing. All right, so start to think about that. Socially, who are you surrounding yourself with? Spiritually, okay, so whether you are religious, whether you are not religious, it doesn't matter. There is a version of spirituality that we all need to tap into. Doesn't even matter if you believe that there's a soul or not. There is spirituality, and that's the slowing down and connecting with the inner version of yourself, whether for you that's God, whether that's your source, whether that's is your higher self. It doesn't matter, right? You have to look at how is my spirituality serving me financially? These mindsets are incredibly, incredibly important. Okay, so start to ask yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, spiritually, like I said, those ones are originally from birthing from within. The 6th one, though, is a really important one. Hey, Mira. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Alex. Hi, Margot. The 6th one, though, 1 out of 6, pretty awesome. I'm pretty awesome, guys, right? Professionally, okay? So professionally, there's so much that's really, really interesting to consider. Are you putting yourself in a professional field? And are you working professionally in a field where people say you have to, work really, really hard and you're never going to actually hit those goals? Have you put yourself in a profession where you can actually see the path to you becoming a millionaire, a multimillionaire, whatever it is, a billionaire? If you're going to go be a billionaire, are you putting yourself professionally on that path? Additionally, what mindsets are coming up around that professional experience, okay? So go look at these 6 areas for yourself. If you need to change your financial mindset, if you need to change your finances, you're going to have to start to change these things. You're going to have to start to look around yourself and say, okay, I can see that A, B, C, and D are things that are keeping me from having the financial mindset that I need. And when I have the financial mindset that I need, I'm going to be able to accomplish blah, 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 right? Because your goals should be yours, not the ones that I put upon you, right? So just think about that. The environment that you're in. This is why, having a financial mindset coach is so valuable to so many people, is because that becomes one of those 5 people that you're the sum total of, right? And then they can help you to those environmental factors that are impacting your financial mindset. So if you are interested in working with a financial mindset coach, please don't ever hesitate to reach out to me. I do have group programs, as well as one-day events, as well as one-on-one coaching. So if that's something that you want to do, please reach out to me and let me know. But I only take a very, very, very limited number of one-on-one clients. So you gotta ask. You just do. So anyway, my next thing that I am really focusing on filling up, though, is I'm planning to have an event in January, and it is going to be a financial acceleration retreat. And it's going to be a weekend, and it is a extremely, extremely powerful experience. You can ask anybody who's been to one of my live events. They will tell you you will not walk away the same person. And that is going to go and impact your bank account, because you're going to, like I said before, your bank account is a reflection of what's going on inside of you. We're going to work on what's going on inside of you so that you can fix your bank account. Okay? So, and I promise you, it's not just fluffy life coaching stuff, which is incredibly useful for the right people in the right situations. It is not what I'm doing with you. So anyway, if that is something that you are interested in, please do reach out to me. I actually do that by invitation only, so you have to actually apply, because I have to make sure that we have the right mix of people together. If we have somebody who has a very limited mindset with people who have very possibility focused mindsets, there's a lot of clashing, and I've experienced how difficult that is to host an event with people who have conflicting mindsets. So your live events are incredible. I totally want. Oh, I will absolutely let you know that. Okay. So, hey Michelle, hey Alyssa, hey Olga, hey Gabriella, hi Lynette, hey Laura. How are you guys all doing? And so, to recap, I just want you guys to make sure that you book case when you are taking a period of time in your life to, I'm going to go focus on my financial mindset. You're going to take the time to bookend it with looking at your environment. Physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, spiritually, and professionally. Really, really analyze, really, really look, go through all of this different mindset work that you're working on, and then reevaluate. Use this as the bookends of your financial mindset experience, and then set time aside that every 6 months I'm gonna reevaluate. Every 6 months I'm going to take the time to focus on my financial mindset. Every every other quarter, or I'm going to take a week. You have to figure out, this is one of the things I do, you have to figure out how frequently it is that you personally have to do this, because your brain is designed differently than somebody else's on this, I almost said podcast, is that a sign? Than somebody else on this live stream. I'm like, what's it called? So anyway, hi Donna, how are you? So long story short, bookend it. Bookend it, make sure that you are on a consistent basis. Evaluating these things, that you're taking the time to tap into. How does your particular brain work? At least once every 90 days, take the time to evaluate, do I need to be looking at financial mindset right now? I personally think you always need to be looking at financial mindset, but I know that you guys might, not be there with me right now. So anyway, not that I'm saying you always need a financial mindset coach. Let me be clear about that. Anyway, well, I'm going to let you all go. I hope that you got some useful information about this. Please let me know what your thoughts are. And I'd love for you to tell me, which one of those 6 areas do you feel like needs your focus the most right now? Physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, spiritually, or professionally? Which of those 6 areas needs your focus the most, your attention? That's really holding you back in that financial environment. So I appreciate you all. Please keep an eye on me for some updates about that event that will be in January. Really, really looking forward to it. It's going to be absolutely life-changing for the people who do join me. So anyway, appreciate you all, and I will see you later. Bye. I keep hitting end and it's not ending, guys. This is awkward.